What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Huang here. This year has been absolutely wild. What's up, buddy? You wanna come up? Yeah? Come here. Oh, Chances wants to come on up. It's our family dog, Chance. Hey, wanna hang out? Okay, good boy. Absolutely wild. I have traveled more than I ever have in my entire life. And I've done what I set out to do, essentially, which was to travel more this year. 10 trips and counting. This is mostly a mix of big trips and little trips, but to have a travel budget essentially every month and to be able to use that budget is such a gift and quite the privilege. So I'm just very thankful to be able to have been able to go out there and explore and pretty much do things I've never done before. This year has been pretty wild because I've said yes more than ever to things that I really wanted to do. A lot of trips that were maybe last minute, things that I probably wouldn't have been able to have been done if it didn't take like months before in advance planning. There's a lot of things that I've learned about myself and traveling in general and the type of traveler that I am, so all really good fun. So let's talk about the trips that I've been on. In February, I went back. My first trip, definitely after my last day, essentially as full-time, was going to California. I used to go to California pretty much every year pre-pandemic to visit some friends and get some California sun, and just the vibe over there is just fantastic. So it was really great to reconnect with some friends I haven't seen and talked to in years. I think the blip in the pandemic, you know, you're always like cutting out like 1 or 2 years, so that adds on to the span of things. But it was so great. It was so awesome to reconnect and spend such good time with such good people. So I spent some time in LA and Long Beach, in Irvine, and even West Hollywood. You know what I'm talking about. So that has been a fun experience. Then in March, it was my mom's 65th birthday. And also we were able to organize that for her to retire. So we made a point for my siblings to come up from Florida, and I took them to New York. And it's something that, you know, personally I've always wanted to do. I've always loved theater and shows and the arts. And I've always wanted to kind of take them out to Broadway. And so I did. I bought tickets for everybody for Broadway, and we watched The Lion King, and it was super fun. So it's to celebrate her birthday, and it's kind of like major chapter change in all of our lives, essentially. And then treated them out to dinner as well. I've never done a chef's tasting menu before, but if you ever go to Millwrights in Connecticut, super great. They were super helpful and awesome, and is expensive, definitely something that I wouldn't ever do usually, but on this occasion I was like, just do it. And you really get to learn about like the quality of food of things and how fun that is, and so that was phenomenal, and we had such a great time. So it was fun to be able to use my travel budget to splurge on my family, something that I've always wanted to do, so that's great. In April, I went with a friend who worked remotely, and we were able to spend a week in Phoenix, Arizona, and that's when I hiked a ton. I realized I just enjoyed really hiking, and that was a turning point for me. I was like, oh, I think I want to do this more when I travel, is just like find places to hike. That's kind of how Hike Next was born. And then the week after we went to Denver, Colorado, a place that I've always wanted to go to. A lot of people have told me to go to Denver, and yeah, it was great. I think it was still cold when we went, so I wish I had more time, and I'll have to go back again when it's warmer to check out the Rockies, because there's still quite a bit of snow, but I was able to check out the Red Rocks. And Denver as a vibe is really, really cool. A lot of like active people, so I love that. I love being active, so to have so many people out there and engaged and super into like fitness and outdoors, and I was like, oh dude, like these are my people. I totally dug that, which is super, super cool. Everybody like super friendly and awesome, so definitely have to go back. In June was our family vacation. So again, growing up we didn't really have many family vacations, so this is kind of like a new thing for us. We're kind of trying to create one every single year. Now that my mom's retired, we're trying to get her out on more trips and sort of be able to enjoy things as a family more. So we're kind of like making up for lost time, if you will, and it's kind of fun to be able to do that and have the means to do that now. So we decided San Francisco. although I've been going to California pretty much like quite a bit, my family has never been to California. So my mom actually has a sister-in-law who she hasn't seen in like over 20 years. It's been quite a long time. But she was really close to the family. My uncle passed away when he was in the military. He was a paratrooper in the Vietnam War with the South Vietnamese. It was really great to reconnect with her and sort of see that reunion and sort of make that happen for my mom. It's a thing that was like very fulfilling because it's something that she's never thought that she'd be able to do, to go over there. So to be able to provide that for her was phenomenal. And to be able to have my siblings with me, for us to enjoy San Francisco, going around. They're from Florida, so definitely a little bit colder for them than what they're used to. We had tons of fun and took them all like, sightseeing and all that good stuff. In July was a little bit more of a chill kind of time. I was happy to have been able to bring my friend to Franconia. It's one of my favorite places to hike, and to be able to go up there and enjoy the ridge line, so that was really fun. In August was a really big trip for hiking and nature in general, and that was going to Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada. Super excited about that one. Went with my sister. We met up in Calgary. She flew up from Florida, and it was tons of fun. So I know you're seeing a lot of like content sort of like that I'm still kind of processing and sort of putting out there. But Banff in Alberta, Canada was phenomenal. Highly recommend. I knew I wanted to pick August to go because I knew that it would be really nice weather-wise, and it turned out phenomenal. So that was really great. September, I was able to go visit my friend in Austin. She had just recently moved there, so to be able to help her kind of settle in and sort of explore Austin more. And it was just so wild because like as soon as I posted that I was in Austin, somebody else was saying like they just moved in a couple days ago. So it's just so cool to reconnect with people that I haven't seen in a long time. Austin is super chill, keep it weird, right? And there's like, also my people. So I definitely appreciated all the good vibes from that experience. And then October, very good friend who I visited in February told me that she was getting engaged, and this is an engagement celebration. And usually, right, I wouldn't be able to go. But I was like, heck yeah. I was like, absolutely, like, why not? So we made it happen, and that was my trip. And so I went back to LA. My brother was able to come as well, and so people who had never been to LA before, was really kind of cool to hang out with them. And again, catch up with my friends from February. It's just so awesome. I'm just tired even like talking about all this because I'm just like, it's just wild the amount of places I've been. I just never expected my life to be like this. And a little exhausting, not gonna lie, but well worth it. And who am I to complain? Because it's having such great privilege to be able to experience travel. And most recently, I just got back from Portugal. I'm a little jet lagged, so I've just been trying to get back on my sleep schedule, which is gonna have all over the place, going from flights, there were red eyes and not being able to sleep, so I'm kind of a bit of a mess. So I'm a little tired if you couldn't tell. But Portugal was amazing. I had never been to Europe before, ever. I heard so much about Portugal, and definitely wanted to go. I went with my sister. We were able to check out Lisbon and Porto. Mostly, you don't get a lot of time, we realize, in like a week, but we were able to hit up the major cities. We were able to check out Sintra a little bit, where like the castles are, get a little bit of nature and walking. But a really incredible experience, and so tons more videos on that soon. But I mean, all to say, like wrapping all of this up, I think it's just completely wild. I am so grateful to be able to be in the position that I'm in. I'm looking forward to next year. I don't think I will, things that I've learned, I don't think that I will be planning a trip every month. I think that's quite exhausting for me. I think that maybe every other month, and also I have a few other creative endeavors that I'd like to pursue as well, which I'll keep you posted about. Truly grateful to be able to spend more time with my family, my friends. Yeah, this is what I decided, right? I decided that this year, time was more important to me than money. And to have been able to enjoy that, make that happen, and have the support of friends friends and family has been incredible and very heartwarming. So thank you so much for joining me on this ride, and I will be sure to keep you updated on how everything goes. You know, how long will this ride last? Who knows? It all depends on where things go. And right now, I'm kind of taking a lot from the experience, learning a lot about myself, a lot of what I'm interested in, and kind of making moves in directions that I feel like I've always wanted to do, but I've always been afraid to do. So, learning a lot to have more courage in doing something different. So, here we are. Much love, be well, catch you next time. Alright, buddy?